Enterprise selling these days look nothing like enterprise selling from even 5 years ago. Buying groups are bigger, stakeholders continue to shift as technology advances, and the expectations for personalization are higher than ever. Modern enterprise selling isn't about doing more, it's about selling smarter, navigating complexity with better visibility, and staying ahead of the shifts inside every account. Let's talk about modernizing a sales strategy. So, what makes enterprise sales different? Enterprise deals involve large buying groups, complex approval structures, and decision processes that can span months, sometimes even years. You're rarely selling to one buyer, you're selling to a committee, each with their own goals, their pressures, expectations, sometimes their budgets. That level of complexity is challenging, but it's also where the biggest revenue opportunities live. I've seen this across so many enterprise motions. A team builds a strong relationship with one engaged champion. But as the deal progresses, the real buying group starts to emerge. Budget owners, technical evaluators, end users, legal, procurement. The teams who consistently win are the ones who start multi-threading early. They map out stakeholders sooner, tailor their outreach based on each person's use case, and keep conversations active throughout the entire sales cycle. One thing I used to do as a seller was multi-thread on both sides. I would stay tightly aligned with my champion, but I'd also bring in my leadership team to connect with their leadership team. This helped create alignment at every level and helped us build relationships across the entire org instead of relying on just one person. So, what does enterprise selling look like today? There are a few strategies that consistently drive success. 1. Understand the full buying committee. Modern deals involve 6 to 10 stakeholders on average, but often more for larger companies. Knowing who's involved, and this is really key, what each person cares about changes everything. 2. Personalize based on use case. Enterprise buyers expect relevance. At this point in the game, with all of the tech and information we have access to, messaging has to reflect their goals and the problems they're actively trying to solve. 3. Partner with RevOps and marketing. Enterprise selling is not a solo motion. Alignment across the go-to-market org creates earlier influence and smoother progression, and winning sales teams are not doing it alone. 4. Adopt a mutual action plan. These keep complex deals moving and create shared accountability between buyer and seller. And 5, prioritize executive-level alignment early. Deals stall when your champion can't translate your value to the C-suite. Relationships still matter, but the way we build them has changed. Enterprise buyers want partners, not vendors. They want expertise, insight, and someone who understands the complexity of their world. Modern enterprise sellers build trust by bringing that clarity, simplifying any complexity, and making every interaction valuable across their org. Enterprise selling is also becoming more data-driven. The best go-to-market teams aren't just working harder, they're working with better information. So they're using signals to understand which accounts are moving, who's involved, and what's changing inside the org. They're using intelligence to prepare for meetings, personalize outreach, and keep deals on track. They're also using shared go-to-market systems so the entire org has visibility, not just the seller on the account. Remember, enterprise selling is a team sport. Enterprise deals are long, multi-layered, and full of silent shifts that can make or break momentum unless you have access to that data. Modern enterprise teams validate timeline, confirm priorities, and check for internal changes regularly. A pattern that I've heard constantly is that deals rarely fall apart because of product fit. They fall apart because something shifted inside the account and no one noticed in time. A new executive joins, for example. Budget ownership moves. A competing initiative becomes the actual priority. Individually, these aren't dramatic changes, but over a long cycle, they end up adding up. Teams with a modern enterprise motion spot these shifts earlier because they're connected to multiple stakeholders, tracking key triggers, and validating deal health throughout the cycle. So, as a go-to-market leader, how do you get started? Modernizing your enterprise sales motion doesn't require a full rebuild. First, get clear on your buying committee. Map the real stakeholders involved in your top accounts today. Look at your opportunity data. How many people actually touch the deal? And talk to your sellers. Who owns the budget? Who blocks? Who influences? Second, understand your opportunity progression. Where are deals slipping? Where do you lose momentum? What information tends to show up too late? When I'm working with the companies modernizing their enterprise motion, this is usually where we find the biggest gaps. Not just in the process itself, but in the data available to sellers using day-to-day. Part of modernizing is raising up the right data proactively so sellers can see shifts inside accounts earlier without having to go dig for it. And lastly, choose one part of the motion to operationalize. Multi-thread earlier, refresh persona-level messaging, maybe improve the go-to-market handoff, tighten validation points in the cycle. You don't need to overhaul everything. You need to modernize the areas creating the most friction. Looking ahead, enterprise selling will continue to evolve. Buyer expectations will continue to rise, and the importance of visibility into people, processes, and priorities will only get stronger. The go-to-market teams that win will modernize their approach, signal-led, multi-threaded, collaborative process across GTM, and deeply aligned to the buyer's world. Enterprise selling isn't getting easier, but it is getting smarter. What about you? What's the biggest challenge you're facing in your enterprise deals right now? Tell us in the comment and let us know what go-to-market topic you want us to break down next time.